So now we're going to go all the way to Ice Ring Island, which I think looks pretty cool. Has a pretty aesthetic to it. Especially since it's night. Like, I really like seeing icy areas at night. Like Ice Paradise Zone, Sonic Advance 2. I'm not really sure why the water is green just because it's night though. Like, does that reflect real life? Where the water is green when it's dark? And this is really cheap because it's kind of hard to tell where exactly you should shoot the fire arrow when you're trying to look past, like, ice breath. I think that's the first time I actually got the yellow rupee from off the island. And before it even unfroze at that point. But yeah, like, it's kind of hard to tell where you're supposed to shoot the arrow. Like, all I'm seeing is a bunch of ice fog. And another thing is that because of the stupid time limit, it's a good idea to start, like unfreeze the island when you're at a certain part of it, so that you can immediately jump off the boat and climb up the ledge. But it's kind of hard to tell whether you're on the right side of it, because it's shrouded in icy mist. So unless you've memorized the layout, you're probably going to unfreeze it from the wrong area. And I'm not even sure if it's possible to, like maybe it is possible to unfreeze it from the right area and just jump right off. But yeah, like, I really hate this area. I really hate this part of the game. The ice physics are absolute shit. You don't want to roll too much or change your position. Like if you start running forwards and then immediately turn around 180 degrees, then I almost called him Sonic again. Anyways, you'll trip. Like, Link can very easily trip, and that's pretty annoying. It is possible to get onto the final platform before, like it is possible to get here earlier than I did. But yeah, like, this area really sucks. I just hate the fact that there's a time limit when it's so tedious to navigate this place. And if you make a mistake, then you fall, and then you have to do a bunch of stuff over again. I don't know why Link doesn't get progressively damaged when he's in the water, when it's freezing water. Like, Mario 64 got that right. Not that I'm complaining. This is in general a very cheap and annoying section, because the keys can easily knock you into the water, and then you'll have a hell of a time getting back up here with the time limit constantly running down. And, like, these bats let you very quickly attack. And I would be fine with these slides if it weren't for the fact that this one curves. So how are you supposed to trust it not to fling you off into the pit? And you can't just crawl down it, oh no. And look how suddenly I turned to the right there. It is actually possible to skip this entirely by going to that wind gust from the other side and rolling towards the wall, but also rolling forwards. And if you do a roll exactly at the right time, you'll be able to get over here. And a lot of speedrunners have taken advantage of that. And this is basically a fight all the monsters room with annoying hail, so that you can't really see draw distance very well. I don't really understand, like, I guess it's magic producing the hail inside of an island. Like, this is a very magical island, I'm guessing, because the volcano made sense. Like, there's plenty of volcanoes in real life. But there's no real reason for this area, this island, to be icy and frozen when it's not like it's the Arctic or anything. And now that I think about it, the Eskimo man, I forget his name. Like, it said that he comes from an area really far north. Or was it an area that's really cold? If we're expected to believe he comes from Ice Ring Island, that makes no sense because, I mean, I guess you could go fishing to stay alive, but it doesn't look like there's any signs of civilization here. Why would he be able to survive here? Yeah, the blue wallet is really annoying. Like, only 1,000 rupees, really. That yellow rupee just went completely to waste. Like, They really expect us to, like, why couldn't the second wallet have been 5,000 rupees, and the third wallet have been, like, 9,999 rupees? In fact, again, like, Link Between Worlds didn't have a wallet upgrade. It just let you be able to get 9,999 rupees from the very beginning. I suck at saying that number. Like, you know what I mean, like, almost 10,000 rupees right from the start. Why can't this game do that? Instead it has a stupid wallet system, so that a huge amount of your rupees go to waste, even though this game really needs you to have a lot of rupees. I decided to try to get the biggest wallet as soon as possible, because I didn't want any more of my rupees to go to waste. And I completely forgot which fairy island was the one that gave me the biggest wallet. So I ended up getting a bunch of upgrades that weren't the biggest wallet. Not that I'm really complaining. I forget if I put those ones in the extra part or not. I guess not, since, like, knowing where these upgrades are for the bomb bag and quiver could be useful for the main playthrough. There's a way to upgrade your magic meter, but it's so difficult just finding the way to do that in the sea. Like, even looking up a guide doesn't entirely help you. You'll see what I mean when I get to that. I like the effect of the petals flying towards you and her, like, blowing a flower towards you that she creates. That looks pretty. Blue Chew Jelly is pretty rare because there's only a couple Blue Choo Choos in the whole entire game, and individual Blue Choo Choos only give you one. And once you defeat it, the game remembers that you defeat it, and so you're never actually able to get jelly from them ever again. Thankfully, the game is generous enough that there's more Blue Choo Choo jelly. Like, there's more Blue Choo Choos in the world than there are the amount of Blue Choo Choo jelly that you need to unlock the blue potion in the potion shop. Not that it really matters, since you could just get blue potion for free anyways. And, like, Boko Baba seeds aren't really that difficult to get a huge stock of. And if you know the glitch where you can get elixir in every bottle, then it really doesn't matter. Like, the elixir is even better than blue potion, because you can take advantage of it at the right times to give yourself an attack upgrade for as long as you don't get hit. And I think you can take advantage of that to beat the bosses faster. Because, like, you deal double damage, and so you can combine that with constantly spamming the spin attack. I've never really tried that though, because I'm very stingy with my elixirs. Like, I'm not entirely confident in my ability to use the stop and swap glitch to infinitely drink potions. Like, I'm good at it, but I only do it right 70% of the time. A lot of the times I'll just embarrass myself by drinking the potion when I don't want to. And it's because of that that I rationally decide not to drink the elixir, even when I have elixir in every bottle. So I don't take advantage of them to beat the bosses quicker, which is one of my biggest regrets, to be honest, with this playthrough. Like, I really should have taken advantage of them with the bosses more. See how easy this minigame is with the ability to use the items indoors? I don't know why you weren't allowed to use the leaf indoors for the last time you were in the pirate ship. Like, I guess it would have completely broken it, but that would have made it fun. Like, why did they... I don't know. You don't technically need to do this to get really close to the statue. Like, I believe you can actually go to it from the left side, and you can just constantly spam the Wind Waker to progressively get more and more towards it, like inch towards it, and then you can use the Megaton Hammer on it really quickly, and that'll destroy it without you even needing to use the Iron Boots. Although you'll still need the Iron Boots to beat the game, because you need them to beat the boss. So it's not like you can skip the iron boots. You still need to get them. I like how every different song in this game has a different synonym for song for it. Like, there's area and lyric and stuff like that. I really like the music that plays when the ghost of the sages shows up. Like I like this music with the instrumentation. Fado is actually a reference to an annoying bully Kokiri in Ocarina of Time who would block the way out of the woods at the start of the game, so that until you got a sword. Which is weird because you'd think he was concerned for Link. And him being called Fado, it's reference to the fact that there was actually... Oh wait, I'm thinking of Mido when I say the bully. No, Fado was a creepy little girl in Ocarina of Time who was who was really creepy about the fact that someone had died and you got a mushroom. And she was originally planned to be the Wind Sage. So that would have been redundant, like having two Kokiri as sages. Like you'd have Saria and then you'd have Fado. And like, it's weird that Fado was a girl and that Link lookalike was a boy. So they didn't entirely make the reference perfect, which is why I kind of hate it. Like, they could have so easily not screwed it up. But instead they decided to just make him a boy and kind of ruin the reference. I like the fact that he looks a lot like Link though. But it's confusing, like... Well, I guess the sage does come from a period of time where the Kokiri looked like humans, and so they resembled Link. And like the Kokiri were a tribe that always looked like kids. So it actually makes sense when I think about it, that he looked like a kid, even though he was very old when he died. Or did he say that he appeared in a form most familiar to you? The 7 sages in Ocarina of Time were named after towns in Zelda 2. While Fado, obviously you know where that name came from. And Naruto, I'm guessing, was the daughter of Ruto, the water sage of Ocarina of Time. Okay, this is really weird. She is the ancestor of Medley. So the Rito came from Zora's? Stole my soul? But that's kind of backwards. Don't you mean stole my body? 'Cause your soul is right there. It's weird that she's a Zora, but she's the ancestor of a Rito. Let me get this straight. The world gets flooded, and they turn into birds, rather than taking advantage of the fact that they're able to swim, and, like, the world belongs to them now. Did the gods force them to become bird people so that they wouldn't be able to swim down there and find Hyrule and live in it, destroying the point of Hyrule being buried under the sea? Why would that destroy the point? Like, it's only Zoras who are able to live there. Like, why would it matter? Like, the gods don't really care about the Zoras, do they? It's just the humans that they're really focused on, right? And that guy is really annoying because he constantly, I have to look up a guide to try to figure out how I'm supposed to get him to work behind the counter. He's talking as if he doesn't know how to get up there, but I pulled down the crates, and you'd think that would solve the problem. It's misleading you. Like, I always get stuck on that when I replay the game. Basically, you have to do this again after this point, and only then will he start working behind the counter. How are you supposed to know that? What I didn't show was me going back to seeing him, and seeing that he was still walking outside Dragon Roost Island, and I even played the Song of Passing, and everything. But that footage ended up being something that crashed my editing software, and it was too short for me to bother with trying to re-record it, because, like, when I start a video and I have to re-record it with Bandicam, then you can see the scrolling bar at the very bottom of it in Windows Media Player. I'm recording that, and so I usually have to cut out the very beginning of it. And so I figured, well, the entire video is going to be me seeing that horizontal bar at the bottom, so I might as well not even bother with that footage. In general, it was kind of hell making this playthrough, because even when I got an HD 60 Elgato, it still had footage that crashed my editing software. So yeah, it was kind of difficult putting this all together. Had to re-record a lot of stuff. Not play through the whole game again though. But you don't want to hear me talk about that. You want to hear me talk about this. I don't know how I managed to screw that up. Aside from playing this without having the volume on. So I turned it up there. I guess I rely a lot more on audio cues for playing this than I think. Like, I don't know how I was screwing this up. Like, I never had this much trouble when I normally played the game. I mean, it has been years since I played this game, but like, I remember doing one playthrough recently before recording this, like over a year ago, before I put the Wii in my room. I really like the idea that Medley gets to be important in the plot again by being a sage. Like, I like this character, so it's good that she's used more. Although, like, again, like, I really wish that it was Tetra who was used more in the plot rather than her. Because I like Medley. She's a sympathetic character. She's very relatable, down to earth. She's the kind of girl that I can imagine seeing at school. Like, back when I still used to go to school. She's a little too meek, so she's kind of boring as a character. Because, like, she'd be more sympathetic and, like, interesting if more bad things happen to her, I guess. I like the music that plays here, and the duet that plays. Long silence. Long silence, where you don't talk. Did the cutscene really have to extend so long after that pretty song played? Well, I call it pretty. I meant beautiful. I don't know. I like that line. Like, it kind of adds to Naruto's character, making her more likable. The theme song of this game, the song that plays in the title screen, is actually a combination of the Wind song and the Earth song. So that's pretty cool. It's like a shout out to the title screen theme. And it's subtle. Like, it's not in your face about it. Like, hey, this is the title theme. Or, I wonder if I've heard the song before. No, it's just a nice reference. I like it when the title screen theme actually means something in the story. And I like that too. That's a sympathetic and humble line. She's very humble. I'm not really sure why he looks so different. I mean, he was just a tiny little kid when we first saw him. Does getting a scale from Valu up your age too? But that's stupid. I thought all it did was get you wings. Why does he look like he's 10 years older?